that this person would come up to you asking like, hey, are you okay? You know, like why is there a distance between us, or what's happening? And then voice out and tell them like, you know what, I feel this way. I really don't feel appreciated. So I'm just finding myself out. You know, I'm just trying to find myself. So I appreciate you to give me the space, and slowly cut ties. That's one thing I'd say.
Hi, can I ask a question?
Hi, Sarita. Is that you?
Yeah, like I am a huge fan. Like I've been smiling for like past 1 hour.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you, but I can't see you.
Like you know, like when you cut off, like that person like cuts you off, like you've loved them so much, like as a friend, like a best friend, just cut you off, and then like one day you just come back and say like, I'm so sorry, like whatever I've done before this, and like
Okay.
like what would you do? Like would you like accept them back, or like
Okay, so here's the thing. Forgive but don't forget. So when it comes to forgiving, it's very difficult to forgive someone. I know, because recently I had to forgive someone which put me through a lot of trauma for the past 1 year, and it was so tough. Like I was telling myself I should not oh my god, this guy deserves karma, and you know all that. But then like at some point I told myself, you know what? When you hold on to something, I believe when you hold on to whatever anger or pain or hurt or anything at all, it's like holding charcoal in your hands, because when you hold charcoal in your hands, only you get the burn. You feel the pain. The other person is out there happy doing whatever they want to do, and you know. So the only way to heal is to let go of the charcoal. Like let it drop. Take your time. Let things heal. And if the person comes back saying, I'm sorry, and if you think it's genuine, say it's okay. I've forgiven you. I'm done with whatever that happened. You can be friends with that person. You can give a second chance, but always be extremely cautious, because you don't know if they have genuinely changed or not. So you can probably try getting to know the person again, or you know, spending some time hanging out, you know, seeing if things have changed a little. And if things have changed, always remember to be on guard still. No matter what, even in relationships or friendships, always just give your 50%. Never give 100% of yourself to anyone, because once something happens between you guys, and if you give your 100%, it takes so much of energy to build up from scratch. So always give 50. This is something my English teacher in school told me. Give 50% of yourself to someone. So in case something happens, in case if they leave or you guys argue or whatever, you still have that 50% inside of you to build yourself up. So this is what I feel.
like do you have your personal ways, like how you go through for like your depression?
So when it comes to me, I'm an overthinker. I don't know if anyone on this chat are overthinkers. If you guys are, hi, you have a fellow overthinker here. So my thoughts get really, really crazy sometimes. Like I can go on for hours overthinking, and it really, really bothers me, because when I overthink, I don't really have anyone to actually talk to. So I tend to journal a lot. Like when I was in high school, I used to write. I have like 4 to 5 diaries where I constantly write my thoughts out. Right now, I'm pretty sure all of us have smartphones, right? We have Samsung and everything. And all of your phones has this app called Notes. So whenever you guys are overthinking or anything, just go on your notes and type out whatever that's on your mind. Even if it's about someone, or you really hate this person did something, to just type it out, like rant it out on your phone if you feel like there's no one to actually talk to. And once you do that, I believe that your mind will be clearer than before, and you'll feel so much better at heart. Number 2, what I would say is always do things that make you happy. For example, like when it comes to me, I feel really happy modeling and whatnot, having jobs outside. So I tend to do all of those to divert my mind from overthinking. So if there's something you really enjoy doing, for example, drawing or writing or anything at all, just go ahead and do it. I know it might be difficult because there's a lot going on, but take some time off and focus on one thing at a time. And I'm pretty sure that you'll somehow get the hang of it.
Thank you.
No worries.
Hello.
No.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Anita.
Hi. Oh my god, there's so many people talking at the same time. I'm so lost.
Zen.
Hi, Zain.
Okay, I want to ask something. How do we know who is real friend and who is fake friend and toxic
Okay.
people from?
So when it comes to fake friends and real friends, you always know that fake friends are always there when they need you, but then when you need them, they are not there. You know, they just use you for their benefits. For example, there's this friend who always comes to you, and this person is like, hey, Zain, apa khabar and everything, you know, like, bro, I need to ask you a question. Can you help me do something? They just come to you so nicely, and, you know, like, they're full of joy. And then the next thing, you know, they're asking you to do something for them. But before this, they're just like, they don't really, like, you know, talk to you. They don't come and ask you, are you okay? How are you? You know, they come to you for benefits. That's one of the red flags, I believe. The second thing is the friend that always puts you down. Like, this person can be your best friend, but then they just tell you things which a friend shouldn't say. Like, hey, you're ugly today, lah. Why are you wearing this? You know, some deteriorating comment like that, which makes you feel like really insecure. Because I've had friends who actually have really best friends. They call them best friends, but then like their best friends are the kind which actually go and they discriminate you. They tell you all the terrible things, but in the end they're still buddies. So people like this, I believe, are not really your real friends, because they tend to talk to you in front of you in some way, then at the back they'll go and talk differently about you, and you would probably get to know, because some of your friends are also linked to other people who will come and tell you like, hey, I heard this and that from this person. So the minute you start hearing all this, you know, like people coming and telling you this and that, and then you honestly at some point you will just feel the vibe is off, and you'll just feel like your gut feeling will tell you, you know, this person is not right. I feel like this person is doing something to me, or I just don't feel comfortable anymore. So that's how you know the difference between a fake friend and a real friend. A real friend will always be there for you despite their busy schedule. Like, even though they're busy, they'll still make time to reply you, you know, even if it's after a day or so, they'll still reply you and ask you like, okay, so what is this about? How have you been? Stuff like that. Number two, they're always very direct and upfront. I always believe in being like super direct in relationships or friendships. So like, if something is bothering me, or if I don't like something, I'd probably tell them upfront, like, hey bro, not nice lah, you know, like you telling this and that. A friend who is not direct, or a friend who encourages you to do something which is probably not right, is a fake friend. But a friend who comes up to you and says like, bro, look, I'm your friend, but then I think that this is wrong because this is going to be this for you, those are your real friends. And as much as you hate them, please keep them with you, because you need real people in your life to actually tell you things which you don't want to hear. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Hi.
Hello. I'm Afrina.
Hello. Hi. Okay, who am I
Hello.
speaking to now?
I'm Afrina.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with Afrina first. Is it Afrina?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, because earlier you stated that there are some people that ask you help when they are having a mental breakdown or something like that, and you personally have going through this. What is the most challenging thing that you have helped a person? Maybe your tips can be helpful for us.
Okay, so the question is how I help that person. Well, what is the question?
Sorry.
Because
The
the line
question is
breaking.
what is the most challenging thing that you help someone?
The most challenging thing I faced when I was helping someone. Is that it?
Sorry?
The most challenging thing I faced while helping someone who's also going through depression.
Yeah.
Okay, I used to have a friend in MSU who lives in Arte, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And she was going through, she's not my friend anymore now, by the way, but she was a very close friend. And she was going through really bad depression, you know, to the point where, like, there was a point where I needed to rush all the way from my house. I live in Klang, all the way to Subang, Arte Subang, to just go up to her floor and knock her door and, you know, like, get her to open. It was so stressful because she was a very close friend to me. She was like a best friend, and we used to share everything together, and we kind of like suffered the same thing in life, where she used to self-harm as well and I used to self-harm. So we really have a mutual understanding with each other. So when it comes to depression, this girl's depression is like, if I'm here, she's like there, you know, she's all out. And there were so many times where she would end up calling me saying, I'm at the hospital, can you come and fetch me? Or I am here, I'm having an argument here with a lot of people, can you come and help me out? Or I overdosed on like 20 to 30 pills, I can't move, can you help me? it was very tough for me because I don't drive, number one. Number two, I live quite far from RT Subang and Klang. So I had to somehow gather people, like, come on and let me go and help this girl out. And it happened continuously. It was a process which was continuous. And it was very tough because every time I sat her down and talked to her, like, okay, listen, I think you should do this, and that. She listens to me, but then, like, it goes back to square one again. Like, the whole cutting herself and overdosing. And from the last thing, like, I'm very close to her family as well, and it's very difficult because her parents used to call me and cry to me all the time, and they're all the way in Johor, they're not around here. I'm the only friend which she has that always comes for her aid when she needs some. Like, she used to have a lot of friends, but then, like, not many people were always there for her. But I always made it a point to be there for her because I've been through it before. I know how difficult it can be, and I genuinely wanted to help her. So this was one of the most, I think, biggest challenge I had, the continuous traveling back and forth and everything. But I think that if you know someone is in this way, someone is really mentally badly damaged, I would always suggest you to be there for them, despite it not being easy, because the fact that that, I can help someone to prevent them from dying or, going through something is really, really important. And never take things like this lightly, because when she called me the last time I ever spoke to her, I ended up rushing to RT. There was an ambulance down there. I broke into her house. There was no one, like, I kept knocking for a good half an hour and no one opened the door. We had to break in. The police came. It was a huge mess, and we found her in the room and she was gone. Like, she was on the bed, and, like, there were bubbles forming in her mouth. It was so scary. We got her to the hospital. Thankfully, she was alive. But then ever since that day, she realized a lot. She realized that on who was genuine, who was not genuine. She realized so much more. And I think she's a better person now. So kudos to her. But then the only thing I can tell you guys is just be there to listen to them. That's one. And always be there for them if they need you. Like, if someone calls you saying, I really can't stop overthinking. Like, can you come over? Can you be there with me? Never say no, or try your best to go there, or try your best if you can't make it to the place. Just try your best to talk to them continuously, at least until they feel better, because space and isolation tends to, put the human mind in different contexts. Like, I need to do something, I feel like doing this, and they just go with it. So, yeah.
I have a question. Hi.
Thank you.
No worries. Hi, guys. Hi.
Hi, I'm Amira.
Okay, hi, Mira. Okay.
Hello. How long until you can be diagnosed with depression?
How long until you can be diagnosed with depression?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you realize that you're in depression, it takes a while. Maybe it takes about months for some people, it takes years for some people. Some people don't really even realize they're in depression, but then you will realize that something is wrong, because you don't really enjoy doing the things you used to enjoy. You don't really mix around with people that much. You don't eat well, you don't sleep well. You feel a lot of emotions going on within you. Like, 1 minute you're angry, 1 minute you're sad. Then you start getting so much of negative thoughts, like I feel like killing myself, I feel like doing this to myself, I feel like doing that to myself. And the self-harm thoughts come, the suicide thoughts come. So that's when you know that you're really in trouble, because a normal person who undergoes sadness, normal sadness wouldn't feel it as much as someone who's depressed. So once you feel that way, like, you start getting thoughts like this, I would suggest you to actually go for it. Like, go to a doctor and tell them that, look, doctor, I'm feeling this. I don't know what's really happening with me, but I think I might be in something. So could you please diagnose me and tell me what I'm against up here? So that's how it normally goes.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Okay. No worries.
Okay. So what do you think is the right way to open up or start a conversation about depression or mental health?
You mean when you're facing it to someone?
Yeah, I am the one who's facing it.
Okay. So is there someone, like a friend, a very close friend, which you normally talk to, or a sibling or a parent figure?
Yeah, but not much.
It's not much. Okay. So what do you normally do when you are feeling down or when you're overthinking? What's the next best thing you do?
I would tell my friend or just go to sleep, probably.
Okay. So when you talk to your friend about it, what does your friend say?
You just cheer out. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay, I hate when people say that. Don't worry, I'm on your side. But okay, see, when it comes to opening up to someone, when you're facing depression, the one thing I realize is that not many people tend to take us seriously. Like a lot of people tend to say like, chill lah, it's nothing lah, you're strong, you've been through so much, you can go through this as well. And I really, really hate it when someone says that to me, because no one is ever really in your shoes to know what you're actually feeling or what you're actually going through. But I think it needs to come to a point where you actually sit down face to face, not on text or not on anything. Just if you have a close friend, just bring that person out and be like, look, I'm going through something and I really need to talk about it. And it's very difficult for me to open up, but then I think I need to, because I don't know who to talk to about this, and you're someone I really, really trust and I really, really want to talk to about. So could you please hear me out? Maybe, something along the lines of these. And if they start getting concerned, say that, no, I've been having like whatever your problem is, whatever you're going through, I've been having negative thoughts about this. It's been troubling me for quite some time. I don't know who to turn to. And I need some advice on your point of view. Just try having like a normal conversation, nothing too formal, and just try listening to what the person says.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Hi. Okay.
Hi, I'm Haslisha.
Okay.
I would like to ask, is it necessary, if we found out that we have mental illness, is it necessary for us to tell someone, whether it's our friends or family, that we have mental illness?
Okay, when it comes to this, I think it comes to personal individual preference. But I think if you feel uncomfortable talking about it to someone, knowing that